So I said to Ben Jacobs, and we'll ask him again for the latest at 2 o'clock. I said, it's really exciting about Sesko. It looks like we're going for him because Ornstein said so. And it looks like Sesko wants us. And Ben was like, yeah. And then I said, but what I don't understand is why Fabrizio Romano is saying that it could take a few days and Sesko's got to go and talk to his friends and his families. And he's only got one family, and his local, butchers about what he should do for his future. And I said to Ben, that's a bit odd because surely he's chosen us and Ornstein says we've chosen him. And what Ben said was this: it's a little bit more complicated than that, because if Newcastle don't walk away, and let's say Newcastle today offer 70 million, that's 6 million more than the price that Man United have been quoted. So Newcastle could put an offer in that's higher than ours. Leipzig accept it, and that causes United problems because United have to match the bid. So that's sort of what could be a complication. And that's probably why Sesko hasn't said he wants Man United yet, because he wants to know that United are going to stay in the race if that happens, or he wants Newcastle to pull out of the race, because if he has to end up going to Newcastle, it looks bad on him if he said Manchester United. So I think it's just that, really. I think it's just like, will Newcastle take the hint and go? Which I think they will. And then it becomes about how long's a piece of string? How long does it take Manchester United to do a deal? I think 64 million is not a concern. I mean, I know it says it in the title, Sesko price concern. I debated whether that should be in there, but there has been a few people online saying it's too much money. 75 million euros is 64 million pounds plus add-ons. It's too much money. But I think, well, is it too much money? It's cheaper than Ekatike. It's around the sort of price that was paid for Gyökeres, and I would have always preferred Gyökeres. But in fairness, he is 5 years older, and there was a brilliant topic we were talking about, which was fed by the Swedish Rumble on X the other day. The reason Caicedo and Wirtz and now Sesko go for more money than an established 27-year-old is because football has changed. We know that. And although footballers are playing for longer, it makes younger talented players more valuable. Because if Liverpool buy Wirtz for 120 million euros or whatever, and he stays at Liverpool for 10 years, and they win things, and they earn 100 million a year from being in the Champions League, that pays that self back over 10 years. Easy. It's cheap. It's cheap, cheap. But on top of that, also, after 5 years, he does really, really well, you've got your money back really anyway, and then you sell him at like 26, 27 and make your money back more. So these younger players, you have to add 20, 30 million pounds on, because it's not just resale value, it's longevity value. I mean, I always said this about Garnacho until he messed it up wearing a Villa shirt and United messed it up, making it obvious we didn't want him. If you look at Garnacho, just turned 21, if he goes to Chelsea for 40 million, they can sell him to Real Madrid if it goes really well, or Arsenal, in 4 years' time, make a bit of money, and that's how it works. So I don't have a problem with Sesko's price. I think 64 million isn't terrible. Also, another bit of a mic drop. I mean, I don't like the financial side of it, but another bit of a mic drop. If we sign Sesko for 64 million and we do installments of 3 years, so let's say 22 million pounds each year, if he flops, we won't know that he's flopped until the end of year 2, really. And at the end of year 2, we'll have paid 2/3 of those installments. So, it's not like we're not going to get 30 million pounds for him, is he, at 25? So I just think it's a good deal. I've seen a few people talking about Watkins. Respect to Watkins. If that's where we've gone, fine. But I think you've got to get on the horse with Sesko now. It's a big horse. Have you seen how big he jumps? He could win a gold in the Olympics, although it'd be quite a strange thing to see somebody in a riding hat literally on the back of Sesko while he runs around jumping horse jumps. He probably could do it. Why knock him? But I think he's an interesting player, and he's probably going to be our player. And I think we have to get behind that. I got behind Lukaku. So come on, get behind it.